So welcome. Uh, Today we will see the remaining type of extrusion process used for the cooking, or they can also be used for engineering materials to extrude them, like steel or other substances also. So so far we studied hot type of extrusion and cold type of extrusion. So now we will see warm extrusion. So it is done above room temperature but below the recrystallization temperature of the material. The temperature ranges from 800 to 1800 degree Fahrenheit. So this is the typical range for the warm extrusion. It is usually used to achieve the proper balance of required forces, ductility and final extrusion properties. So these are maintained with the help of extrusion cooking. So this is the typical, here you can see a diagram of warm extrusion which is used here. The billet is there, the cylindrical outer shell is there, and the die from which our final product comes out. The billet is nothing but we apply pressure on that part. So next one is direct extrusion. It is also known as forward extrusion and is most common process in the industries, because forward means when we apply pressure on the ram, so the billet or any dough material present inside it comes directly out of the die with the help of positive direction or positive feeding, or you can say direct type. So the billet is pushed through the die by ram or screw. Then next one is indirect extrusion. So it is also known as backward extrusion, because when we apply pressure the billet, so whatever the, not only just metal part or billet but also the dough materials which we put inside the shell, it comes backward extruded. So the name is given as indirect extrusion. The billet and container move together while the die is stationary in this type of extrusion. Then hydrostatic extrusion. The billet is completely surrounded by the pressurized liquid. Here in the diagram you can see that the billet is surrounded by liquid which is highly pressurized except where the billet content contacts the die material. So it can be done hot, warm or cold. However, the temperature is limited by the stability of the fluid used. We have to stabilize the fluid before the use. The process must be carried out in a sealed cylinder to contain the hydrostatic medium, and the fluid is pressurized by the two ways. So the first way is use concentrate extrusion with the help of plunger, or you can also use constant pressure extrusion with the help of pump. So this is the diagrammatic representation of the hydrostatic extrusion you can see here. Then we will see food extruders. So food extruder can perform one or several functions at the same time while performing food or feed. So including mixing and degassing ingredients. So different types of processes occur during the extrusion process. So mainly homogenization is there. Homogenization means we mix the material thoroughly. Then grinding, shearing, starch cooking, that is gelatinization, also occur inside the shell or the barrel. So what is gelatinization? Starch get swelled because of the heat and water. So the protein denaturation and texturization may occur. Denaturation means protein changes their original shape and changes into the other type of texture. So texture alteration occur because of this denaturation process. Then enzyme inactivation, pasteurization and sterilization of food. So these all types of processes happens because of we use high heat during the extrusion process. Again the pathogenic microorganisms get destructed. The thermal cooking happens, we get shape to the product because of the expansion, puffing, and agglomerating ingredients, dehydration, dredging, etc. So these all types of processes occur during the extruders. Thank you.